Hello students. Students, we will now start with chapter number 18. The name of chapter is Price Rise and Consumer Awareness. As you can understand from the name, there are two major elements of this chapter. Students, this is one of the lengthiest chapter of your economics. Of course, it is not as complex as your chapter number 17 was, but then there are so many aspects to learn here. See, in price rise, you have to understand the concept, the reason that why price rises. First of all, what is price rise? Then why to control it? It's okay if price rises, why to control it? And if it is needed to be controlled, then what steps did government take to control it? And consumer awareness, what is it? Okay, if consumer needs to be aware, that means he must be getting exploited. So what are the ways, what are the forms of exploitation of a customer? What are the reasons? I mean, in this time when everybody is aware, why consumer exploitation? What are the reasons? Next, if a consumer is exploited, we need to make them aware. So that's awareness. Now, only awareness will not suffice. See, I am aware that as a customer I have some rights, but if the seller denies them, then there has to be some legislation. There has to be some law in my support. So there is a law, Consumer Protection Act. We will study that legislation. And under that act, government has empowered customer with so many rights. So we will understand what that rights are. Now, whenever we get some rights, we get some powers, we have some duties, we have some responsibilities as well. So what are the responsibilities of a customer? What measures can be taken if a consumer is exploited according to this legislation? What are the duties? And who can file a complaint? I have a backup of my law. I am genuinely exploited as a consumer. Then can I file a complaint? Who can not file complaint? Who can file complaint? Is all about that. So I hope that you are clear about what all is going to be a part of this chapter. Now let us understand price rise. So the price rise concept here is when there is constant increase in price of any commodity is called price rise. So if the price of gold is 45,000 and it becomes 50, is it price rise? No, children, that is not price rise. Why? Because price rise can be said price rise when it is constantly increasing. That gold price which is now 50 might reduce to 35, might reduce to 44. So when there is a constant increase in price, we call it as price rise. And the situation where price constantly rises, in economics we call it as inflation. So here we have to understand the impact of price rise. There is something good when price rises and there is something bad also that happens when price rises. So what are the benefits and what are the disbenefits is given here. It is mentioned here in a way that you can understand the topic price rise. After that, we will go in depth of it. So let us see from viewpoint of a producer. Say for example, I am manufacturing this pen, this marker pen. Now this marker pen is 45 rupees and if constantly price rises, it will go to 47, 50, 52, 55, maybe 60. So as a producer, as a businesswoman, I will love to when the price rises because my profit will increase. When this is of 40 rupees, it must be costing me some 30 rupees. So I am making 10 rupees out of it. And when the price constantly rises and reaches to 60, I am going to make double the money out of it. So it increases the profit of a producer. For a producer, increase in price is good. Scope of expansion. Now when I will constantly make huge amount out of this marker pen, I will try to expand my factories. I will want that in entire of India, it will be only my marker pen getting sold. So East India, West India, North India, South India, everywhere I'll want to establish my plants. So I will want to expand because I'm getting money out of price rise. High employment opportunity. The more I expand, the more will my sales be, the more will my profit be, and it is possible only and only if I manufacture. So I will need more manpower. I will need more laborers in factory to manufacture. I'll need more people for sales. So eventually this price rise, when it benefits me, is going to benefit so many because I'm going to employ more people. High standard of living. Now since everybody is earning good money, everybody will want to have a better lifestyle, and that's why because of more income, the lifestyle enhances, the standard of living improves. High flow of money economy. You see, money will rotate fast because I'm earning, I'll spend, because that somebody is going to earn whom I spend to will also again spend. So the circulation of money in market will increase, the flow will increase. Supply of money also increases because money is being spent everywhere, because everybody is earning, they are feeling to spend. If I am not earning, how can I spend? So when money everybody is earning, the flow of supply of money will increase, the supply in market will increase, spender's economy will take place. Now this is all good because I am a producer. What if I am a poor person? I could not afford 40 also, I was still managing. Now when the price is 60, it's beyond affordability for me. This is just an example of marker pen. If it would be some basic needs, and if it would not be affordable because it's now expensive because the price is rising. So for a consumer, his expenditure will increase. He will have to spend more money for the same thing that he was buying earlier in a lesser amount. So that reduces his real income. What is real income? My income was 50,000, now it is 60,000. So my income increased, but my real income did not increase, because what amount I used to spend on buying things is also now gone expensive. So earlier out of my 50,000 I was able to save 5,000. Now when my income is 60, I am still able to save 5,000 only. So my real income has not increased. This real income word is economics terminology. That when your income increases but its impact is same as it was before, as the income was before, then your real income did not increase. Poor suffers the most. Obviously, the unprivileged section, they were not able to manage when there was no price raise also. Now when the price is rising, how will they manage? Imbalance in demand and supply. Now at a higher price, the seller will want to sell more, but then buyer does not have money. So the demand is less and supply is more. So this will always create imbalance in the market. Increase in inequality. Rich will not have impact of price rise. He will still be richer only because he is making money. But poor, who was struggling there also, owing to price rise, will become poorer. So the inequality between rich and poor will increase. And inflation. Inflation means because one or two commodities price increases, gradually everybody will start increasing prices. So when the milk price is increasing, milkman will think that 44 rupees a litre people are buying. Let me make it 46. Who will mind to pay 2 rupees extra? Now when he is increasing, the confectioners will feel that, oh, milk is gone expensive. Let me also increase because my cost is increasing. So the 1000 rupees kilo sweet, he will directly make it to 1200. Same way the chocolate business will impact because milk price increased. The ice cream business will impact, and gradually you see every business indirectly is dependent on one another, and that's why overall price for each and everything increases, leading to inflation. And inflation is not good to economy. So children, this is the impact of price rise. Now we shall study further more about price rise in the next class. See you.